Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. I heard that you all are releasing yourselves from a very heavy anchor that you might have carried for a very long time. Now, that anchor may look different for everyone. For some of you, it was the anchor of a very unhealthy relationship. It could have been the anchor of a very codependent relationships, whether they were family, friends. It could have been the anchor of a career path that was burdening you and weighing you down. There's many different types of anchors. It could have been a belief system that was no longer serving you, but there's a strong indicator that the chosen have now been freed from this anchor. Now, the thing about having an anchor for a very long time is that at some point you get used to it. It becomes a part of you. Even though it's heavy, it's burdensome, it becomes a part of your existence, so much so that you have to end up going within and doing spiritual work in order to release it. Because some part of you feels a void. You feel like there's something missing when you no longer have that anchor that's codependent on you being there to drag it along everywhere that you go. But this anchor has been removed because it's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone. Something about the past that needs to be left where it stands, because stepping outside of your comfort zone is actually leading you towards your destiny. And I feel like there is a temptation of the past resurfacing, whatever that anchor is. There's a temptation to grab a hold of that thing again and allow it to keep you chained and bound to this past energy. But you're being called to move into a whole new chapter, and that chapter, you can't take that anchor with you. You can't take that dead weight with you anymore, because you have to be free. You have to be flexible. You have to be in a position where you're able to make new choices, new decisions, and it can't be centered around holding on to a person, place, or thing that no longer serves you. And so you're becoming a totally new person now. And it's going to take for you to get used to this great change, because there is a massive change that's happening, but the temptation to want to stay in your not so comfortable comfort zone will come into play. And when that happens, you're being called to do the spiritual work to clear yourself of that energy or any unhealthy mindset or fears that you might have of what it looks like on the other side, absent that thing that kept you weighed down for so long. I feel like it's definitely time to practice more gratitude along the journey. Now that you've been able to free yourself, practice more gratitude along the way, because you may not see the shifts happen right away. It's going to take some patience here. It's going to take some patience, and it is going to take a little bit more shadow work, because now you're stepping into the unknown, and the unknown can bring up fears that you didn't even know you had. So you're wanting to do some spiritual work to clear that energy, but just know that this is your destiny. Things are getting ready to turn in your favor. So you are being encouraged to continue to keep going. Work on your sacral chakra, work on your solar plexus, work on your crown chakra. That crown chakra is going to allow you to maintain your faith. Keep that divine connection to the Most High and your spiritual team as you go down this journey of the unknown, because that blind faith is what you're going to need from this point moving forward. You may end up having a lot of choices in front of you, okay? But you're being called to choose the direction that keeps you in alignment, not just with the spiritual things, but the practical things. Choose the direction that's in alignment with who you are becoming and not who you used to be. That's the choice that you want to make when it comes to whether it's your career path, your relationships, your friendships, those people that you keep in your intimate circle. Whatever it is, choose what is going to keep you in alignment with who you are becoming and not who you used to be. Also, remember that it's going to take for you to believe in infinite possibilities out here, because scarcity mindset, there's no room for that when you are traveling the path of the unknown. Don't limit yourself. Believe in the infinite possibilities that things can shift in ways that you can never imagine. You can attract abundance in ways that you could never imagine. And so you don't want to allow the past and how you lived in the past and how you was able to maintain your security in the past to be the blueprint on how you view the future. All of that has to be cleared out. The entire mindset has to be thrown away. And that could be the anchor for many of you, is believing that you could only attract abundance through this particular career path because that's all you knew. Or you could only have a relationship with this particular person because that's who you're used to. You have to most definitely get into that mindset of saying there is no lack. Everything I need is available to me when I need it. And so just know that sometimes you might feel like, okay, well, why are all these changes happening? That's because the road is being cleared for you. The pathway is being cleared for you. So be grateful. Practice gratitude for the changes that are coming your way. Practice gratitude for even some of the upheaval that you might end up experiencing, because upheaval only means that it's lifting something up. Something that was heavy is being removed. And sometimes it can look a little chaotic in a 3D. But remember, you're praying. You're manifesting, you're calling on your destiny, you're calling on your inheritance, your birthright, and your sovereignty. And so in order for you to receive those things, sometimes it's going to get a little chaotic in order for the path to be clear so you can have direct access to it. So you are being freed from any and everything that no longer serves you. And so now it's time for you to start believing in yourself. What is your vision? Where do you see yourself in the future? What do you feel is in alignment with you? Something that you can see yourself doing every day and be passionate about it. This is what you want to put your focus on, not on the past. But don't just believe in it. Put forth the practical effort to bring it into fruition. What tools do you need in order to make that vision happen? What type of people do you need around you? Or what type of solitude do you need? Maybe you need solitude less than you need people in order to bring this vision into fruition. So really evaluate the necessary things that you need moving ahead and release all of the extra baggage. If it's extra baggage, it can't go with you because it just confuses you along the journey. You want to keep it as simple and as flexible as possible moving forward here. It's going to take for you to be patient and to nurture this new idea, this new seed, and you're going to need to do some shadow work, because the shadow work could consist of, it's kind of hard. I think for some of you, the shadow work also consists of being okay with releasing something that you put a lot of your energy and effort into. Sometimes that's the hardest thing when you're moving towards your purpose. If you put all your energy and effort into a particular business or into a particular career or a particular relationship, it can be very difficult to just walk away and leave it behind, because then you feel like you're leaving behind a piece of you. But that's only the anchor. That's what you're leaving behind, the anchor, which was inauthentic to you in the first place. It was never a part of who you was meant to be. It just became a part of you. You accumulated that heavy weight. The more that you allowed yourself to stay submerged and fixed to unhealthy energies, people, places, and things. It was never meant to be a part of you. You was never meant to nurture it. You was never meant to put your energy into it. But you did. And along the way, it slowed you down. And in some ways, it brought your life to a complete halt. And in other ways, it made things harder for you because you was carrying all of this extra dead weight, but you learned from that. So you were meant to go through it, but now you've passed the test. You've done the work. And so be okay with releasing, and just know that, okay, if you need to forgive yourself for putting all of your effort into it, forgive yourself for not knowing at that time, forgive, other people for wreaking havoc into your life, not because you're going to be passive and just allow them to walk over you again, but the forgiveness is more so that you can free your heart and be lighter in your energy moving ahead. So just know that this is getting ready to be a brand new chapter for you, and new chapters requires a new version of you. And so the old must be put to rest. Believe that good things are coming towards you. You have to know this. You're going to be recognized and rewarded for everything that you have been doing. Every seed that you plant towards this new beginning, you will be rewarded for it. But you need new soil. No more planting in the old vineyard. That old vineyard is done and over with. Yes, you grew a great tree. You might have had great success with some of the things that you did in the past, but take it as, okay, you see that you're very good at nurturing things and helping them to grow. So now that gives you more motivation to know that you can now nurture a new vision and help it to grow, because what you're moving towards is not going to look anything like what you're accustomed to in your past. It's not. It's not going to feel the same. It's not going to look the same. And it's certainly not going to lead you towards the same type of patterns. It's going to be a totally different climate here. And so be okay with the changes that's coming your way. It could feel like some obstacles, some challenges. You might feel like you're taking some losses. It might be emotional things that you have to purge up and clear and evaluate. But as long as you give yourself permission to release, then you're definitely on the right path. And so make sure that you activate that power. Know that you have the strength to alchemize and transmute any energy. So do the spiritual work. Attune to the Most High. Keep that energy balanced and in alignment with the Most High and your spiritual team, and stay grounded. That's very important. Stay grounded. And so just know that you're going to move forward. You're going to be victorious. You're going to be successful. You will be triumphant as long as you persevere. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't try to be a perfectionist. Allow things to unfold naturally, and you will definitely see the rewards of what you have invested in. So that's my message for you all. I love you. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you find that this resonates with you in any way, and I'll talk to you all next time.